Hey guys, Ryan Fraser here. Heather asked me to do a couple tutorial videos here for you, and so I wanted to share one of the things that I often do with my students, and that is a crossing noise elimination exercise. I really like this exercise for a couple reasons. One, it's good for eliminating crossing noises, but two, I think it's really good for finger control, and I think it's a really interesting exercise because what we're actually going to do is play the crossing noise, and we're going to play it a couple different ways in order to ultimately eliminate it. And I'm a big believer in if you can play any way that you want to, even mistakes like crossing noises, and you can play them accurately, then you're much more likely to be able to not play them as well if you've got that much control over what your fingers are doing. So the idea of this exercise is that you take two notes. In this case, we'll go from D to E, which is a fairly common area for crossing noises or a fairly common transition for crossing noises to pop up in. And what we're going to do is we're going to build that crossing noise in. So at first, we're going to play it like it's a full note. So it's going to be basically like a low G in between D and E. It'll sound like this. So really leaning into that crossing noise, playing it like it's a full note. And then we're going to cut it slightly, so we'll be playing it like it's a cut eighth note basically. So it's a little smaller. Then we're going to play it kind of like it's a crossing noise, so it's just a little blip in there. And then finally we'll play it without the crossing noise at all. So we'll kind of progress. I'll do two of each. We'll progress from a full note to a cut note to just a crossing noise, and then ultimately eliminate it. So I think this exercise is really good for not only eliminating those crossing noises, but working on timing and working on finger control. And you can do it with any other notes as well. You could go from E back down to D. Or any other two notes that you're struggling with. Thanks, guys.